You thought I was playing. I sighed again. You ever consider that maybe you're not supposed to fit? People who make history rarely do. And here we go again with this making history thing again. Goodbye, Justice. I didn't raise you to punk out when things get rough. Get on out of here. She picked up her book. Dang, I can't even get a hug, something to eat. You know where the kitchen is. You can get a hug on your way out. See what I deal with, Martin? On the return trip, it really hit me hard. She's right. There's really nowhere to run. Well, it's been hard processing my arrest, Castilla's death, the Carson case, dealing with fools like Jared and them on the daily, without getting discouraged. When it comes down to it, I don't really have an alternate but to keep going, do I? I'll tell you the hardest thing for me today, sitting in the lounge, listening to Manny agree with those fools. Granted, I could tell his heart wasn't in it, but still. I'll be candid with you. Sometimes it really bugs me that Manny spends so much time with these guys. I know he's known them forever and it's none of my business, but it's hard to see my boys hang out with dudes who are blatantly disrespectful to our people. Who puts a little kid in blackface? And then he doesn't say anything about it? I guess it's possible it doesn't bother him, but to hear him agree that things are equal when he knows about my incident, well, I'm kind of mad about it if you want the truth. I've been trying to figure out what you would have done if you had been in my shoes today. I know you lived in a world where black folks were hosed and beaten and jailed and killed while fighting for equal rights, but you still managed to be dignified and everything. How'd you do it, Martin? How do I do that? There are people who don't see a man with rights when they look at me, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. Being treated the way I was, and then hearing Jared insist that there's not a problem, and then hearing Manny agree with him, it sucks, Martin. It really does. So what do I do now? How do I handle people like Jared? Arguing obviously won't work. Do I just ignore him? And what does that solve, Martin? I want to put my best foot forward, as Mama would say. That's what you did. Just gotta figure out how. Time to knock out some of this homework. Hopefully I can focus. Thanks for hearing me out, Justice. Chapter 5. The minute Jared, Kyle, Tyler, and Blake step into Manny's basement, it's clear Jared's equality brigade was a terrible idea. In a month and a half since the racial equality discussion in Social Evo, Jared's been on a crusade to prove things in America are equal. Last week, he told Manny and his crew about his brilliant idea he had. Bros, he said, let's all dress in different stereotypes for Halloween and then go out together. It'll be this massive political statement about racial equality and broken barriers and stuff. Dude even asked Justice to participate. Justice, of course, this wasn't real keen at first, but he let Manny talk him into it. He's regretting that now. 5 of the 6 costumes are mostly fine. Justice is a thug, naturally, pants belted around his thighs with boxers exposed, thug life t-shirt, thick gold chain with a huge medallion, fitted flat-billed baseball cap. He and Manny even made a grill out of some gum wrapper for Just to wear in the bottom teeth. Manny's the token black guy, khakis, loafers, and polo with a cable knit sweater draped over his shoulder and tightly loose at the chest. He's really into it too. As soon as he was dressed, he started calling Just old chap and my good man. Jared's a yuppie politician. He's wearing a suit. Even has a spot on his chin where he nicked himself shaving and left a little piece of tissue there for effect. Tyler's a surfer dude. Board shorts and a tank top, even though it's obvious it's only 50 degrees out. And Kyle went with a redneck. Woodland camouflage shirt, overalls, trucker hat with a Confederate flag patch, dingy cowboy boots. He even had his sister attach a few of her hair extensions so he had a mullet. Frankly, this one's toeing the line, but okay. Not quite crossing it. Blake, though? Blake takes it too far. He dresses as a Klansman. He's got on the white robe with the red circular and white cross patch on the chest, and he even has a pointed hood with the eyeballs cut out of it. If Just didn't know it was a costume, he'd be a little scared. Jay, can I talk to you for a second, dog? Manny says to Jared, who, to Justice's surprise, is also pretty uncomfortable with Blake's choice of attire. Sure, man. They walked to Manny's room and Just is left standing with the others. Justice, that costume is sick, homie. Because a Klansman would definitely call a black guy homie. Just fights the urge to shake his head. Yours is, wait till I put the hood on, bro. This right here is a genuine article. He spreads his arms, beaming like he's wrapped in a garment formerly worn by Jesus. Justice is tempted to ask where the genuine article came from, but I'm not sure he wants to know the answer. Just then, Jared reappears. Hello, Justice. Manny wants to talk to you, bro. Justice nods and takes the deepest breath he's ever seen. Then strides into Manny's room with 8 white boy eyes burning into him like lasers. Yeah, this blows. Sup, dog? Just says once he steps in and closes Manny's door. Though, of course, he already knows what it's about. So, Blake's costume is, well, you saw it. I did. If you, Manny scratches his neck, don't want to go anymore? It's cool, Manny. Manny's thick eyebrows jump to the sky. It is? Yeah, man. Truth is, 4 hours ago, Just was ready to black out because of the idea of going anywhere with Jared and crew just felt wrong, knowing what he knows about how they think. But he stumbled upon Martin's definition of integration, intergroup and interpersonal living, and decided to just go with it. He's not sure exactly what Martin meant, but what's he supposed to say? You ready to go, dog? Oh, Manny clears his I guess so. Let's roll then. Just leaves the room. It's just costume, right? Brotherhood's for the win. As soon as Just and Manny get back to the others, Jared takes a bunch of group photos and posts them online. Then he says, Equality Brigade, let's ride, and leads the charge to the door. When they get to Manny's car and Blake pulls on the hood and raises his arm in the Nazi salute, Justice knows the train he just hopped on is headed downhill for him in a major way. It occurs to him that the moment he said he was cool with the whole thing, he cut the brake lines and completely surrendered his power to stop it. And he's right. Not 5 minutes after he gets to the party, somebody sucker punches Blake in the face. The burst of bright red beneath the eye holes of his pointed hood makes Justice sick to his stomach. The next thing he knows, there's a group of genuinely thugged out black dudes and one white guy standing in front of the Equality Brigade, looking like they want to break all of their stereotyped faces. The worst part, Justin knows every single one of them. They live in his mom's neighborhood. This is Manny's cousin's crew. Justin's pretty sure they all belong to a gang called the Black Jihad, run by a crazy older dude named Martin Montgomery. A dark-skinned guy with a short dreadlock gives Just a once-over and smiles. It's a real funny costume, Justice. Oh, thanks, Trey. Definitely not Justice's most valiant moment. And you, Trey says to Manny, you Quan cousin, right? Yeah, Manny says, scratching the back of his neck. The blank y'all doing here with these jerks, bro? Just gonna lecture you, boy. Disrespect our people like that? Trey points to Blake, who has removed his pointed hood and is holding it to his nose to stanch the bleeding. Jared, dude, we didn't mean any disrespect. Manny, chill, Jared. Trey, yeah, Jared. You really should shut your mouth right now. Your boy has made me and my dudes upset coming in here dressed like that. Justice, Trey, he didn't mean anything like it, dawg. We were just doing the satire thing with the stereotypes and it went too far. Lesson learned. Trey smiles at Justice then. Well, more like sneers. It makes Justice feel like cockroaches are walking all over him. You ain't changed a bit, Justice. Still Mr. Smarty Pants. Trey said when the others piped up. Y'all know he goes to that rich white school out in Oak Ridge now. It's called Brasselton Prep, Jared corrects. Justice really wants Jared to shut up. Ooh, the white dude Brad just raised his hand in a mock adoration. Trey looks back and forth between Justin and Manny. Don't get twisted, my dogs. These white boys might be standing here next to y'all, but y'all still ain't nothing but ends to them. You heard me? He says, ain't no amount of money nor intelligence can change that. Jared, hey man, that's not true. You don't need... Shut up, Jared. This is from Surfer Tyler. Let's just leave, bro. Trey, sounds like a great idea to me. Jared, bro, this isn't even your party. You can't tell us to leave. Trey laughs, and one of the other guys lifts his shirt to reveal the handgun grip sticking out of his waistband. I most certainly can, white boy, Trey says. Now you and your little crew get your punk butts out of here before things escalate. The guy with the gun smiles at Just. You and your rich boys can stay with us if you want to. All the Black Jihad boys laugh. Trey, bro, you know these ends don't want to chill with us. They go on places and stuff. Gotta stay connected to the white man for the ride to the top. He nudges the white guy with them and they both snicker. Let's go, y'all, Just says. And then they turn to leave. Justice can feel Manny trying to catch his attention and he stares straight ahead. They step outside and the chilly night air hits their face. Just hears Jared ask Manny, you alright, bro? Yeah, man, I'm cool, Manny says. Jared steps ahead to talk to the others and just watches Manny examine his tied sweater, his khakis, his loafers, his costume, made up of clothes he pulled from his closet. He unties the sweater and looks at Justice. For a moment, they understand each other. Justice takes the fitted cap from his head and the fake chain from his neck. Happy Halloween, boys, it calls out behind them.